we're taught that we're kind of a biological robot, and we have this brain that's very amazing, but we're just exploring it. We only use 10% of it. They say things like that. The rest is all redundant. They're saying that a bit less. They used to say that. Now they're saying a bit less. So they're exploring the rest of it, The idea that there's something about you beyond your brain. You have a bigger field even than your body and brain. That freaks them out. And they think that's a woo-woo, and God will come back and send them back to the church pew or something. So they're scared. And scientists are. But we love the scientists, we do. But they are necessarily focusing too narrowly on the habitual conventional culture. So many of them. The quantum people are the ones who've broken through best, because they realized they were standing on quicksand, quick subatomic, super subatomic sand.
Yeah.
And they know Higgs boson was like a life raft, but they're sinking in dark matter and dark energy. Oops. 97% of it is we didn't see it yet, and we've been at this for centuries, and we haven't found the dark matter and dark energy. Well, it's not our fault because it's dark, Mom.
Yeah, yeah. One of my
I have a new thing for them that I discovered while dealing with this book that I unfortunately didn't write in the book, but it just popped in my mind in conversing with people. And that is, there are two kinds of things you can't see, right? And they're so obsessed with dark because of the way they reify nothing into something, materialists do, right? Because nothing is how they save themselves from potential bad rebirth or hell or something, things that all those crazy religions talk about. And so nothing is like a safe anesthesia, permanent. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So they're obsessed with that. So they call it dark energy. But what else could it be that you can't see? Any suggestions?
What else could it be that? Well, I've thought a lot about the concept of nothing, and I think the thing that I'm hung up on is thinking of it as a concept, because from my standpoint, it's like if it's a concept, then it is something, which it can't be. So I think of nothing.
But it is something. Of course, it's something. It's a concept that has no referent.
Right. It's
a something relativity. For something that isn't there.
Right. Yep.
So it isn't a dark space, actually. That's all but I don't want to go down that place. I want to tell this other thing. My point is the other thing that you can't see is something that's transparent, because you see through it. Like if you took your blind up on your window there and looked out at whatever your view is, you would not see the glass. If it's nice and clean, I'm sure you keep it nice and clean. and yet it's there. So that 97% could be some huge energy that's holding everything together. And it's there, but it's invisible because it's transparent. And if you said that, it would be getting close to what Buddha discovered, which is called the clear light of the void, or rather the transparency of the void. And yet it's a plenum of infinite energy, which is quiescent and invisible because it's totally, but the difference of the Buddhist one is it's 100% of the universe, not just 97%. So because there is a state you can achieve where in a way you see through yourself, and then the wonderful good news of that is that doesn't make you nothing. That makes you bliss. That is bliss, but it's tricky because the bliss is infinite. So in a way, there's no threshold. So it's not like it's having discovered, since that you're already there. And so in a way, it's a little different kind of bliss than the bliss that's sort of on the edge. On the other hand, it's there in a way that hasn't disappeared from all the differentiations that everyone else is trapped in, and you can still navigate. But now you're navigated from the point of view of total freedom. It would be like if you could watch The Matrix, or my favorite movie of all time, The Avatar, and while you're watching it, you were 100% simultaneously aware that this was only light playing on the screen. So you saw the blank screen simultaneously with getting involved in the action.
Oh, I see what you mean. Right.
Which was, in a way, we can't.
Time. Yeah.
Right. But, that's where my Duck Rabbit is in there, which I borrowed from Wittgenstein. In other words, we could only switch back to the blank screen and then get caught up in Jake running away from the panther, the 8-legged panther. I love that panther, by the way. I was so mad when that nasty guy with the robot body killed the panther. It's such a cool 8-legged panther, which she was riding on. Woo! That's my favorite movie.